self-appearance obsession and how it fuels addiction to validation. In today's world, our appearance has become a way to measure our worth. I've seen patients who are obsessed with their looks, spending hours in front of the mirror, taking hundreds of selfies, or constantly seeking validation through social media. This isn't just about vanity. It's about control, arousal, and the addiction to validation. I had a patient, let's call him David, who would go to extreme lengths to perfect his appearance. He believed that if he didn't look a certain way, no one would care about him. His self-worth was tied up entirely to how others saw him. This is what self-appearance obsession does. It makes you a slave to external validation. Understanding the addiction to self-appearance. Just like with any addiction, emotional drivers like control and arousal fuel self-appearance obsession. You feel a need to control how others perceive you. And the arousal comes from the attention and the validation that you receive. But over time, this obsession leaves you feeling empty. Do you ever find yourself obsessing over how you look? Worrying that if you don't look perfect, others will think less of you? This is where control takes over, and the cycle begins. How to break free from self-appearance obsession. Here's a few steps to help you break free. Shift focus to your inner qualities. What do you love about yourself that has nothing to do with appearance? Write these down and focus on. Limit time spent on social media. Reduce your exposure to platforms that feed into appearance-based validation. Set time limits for social media use and try a digital detox for a day or two to break the cycle of seeking external approval. Focus on what your body can do, not just how it looks. Instead of constantly critiquing your appearance, shift your mindset to what your body can do, whether it's strength, flexibility, or stamina. Appreciating your body's capabilities can help you regain a healthier sense of self. Seek validation from within. This is the hardest step, but it's essential. Take time to reflect on your values, strengths, and the person you want to be. True validation comes from living in alignment with your inner self, not from external praise. Think about one aspect of yourself that you are proud of, completely unrelated to your appearance. What is it? And how can you cultivate more of that in your life? A deeper dive into the emotional drivers. Self-appearance obsession isn't just about wanting to look good. It's about emotional drivers like control and arousal. When you feel out of control in other areas of your life, focusing on your appearance gives you something tangible to control. The arousal comes from the attention and validation you get when others acknowledge your looks. I once treated a patient, we'll call her Amy, who became obsessed with her appearance after a difficult breakup. She felt like her world was falling apart. But by focusing on perfecting her body, she felt like she had something to control. Every compliment she got was like a small hit of dopamine, but it was never enough. The more validation she got, the more she craved it. Does this sound familiar? When we tie our self-worth to how we look, it creates a never-ending cycle of seeking validation but never feeling truly satisfied. How to cultivate inner confidence. If you've struggled with self-appearance obsession, Here are some steps to help you cultivate inner confidence. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. When you catch yourself being critical about your looks, pause and remind yourself that your worth isn't tied to your appearance. Bonus tip: be more compassionate to others around you. Don't be negative about their appearances. Find new sources of fulfillment. Explore hobbies, relationships that have nothing to do with how you look. What lights you up on the inside? Surround yourself with positive influences. Follow people, read books, and engage in communities that promote self-love and acceptance beyond appearance. One area of your life that brings you joy or fulfillment outside of appearance. How can you nurture that more? Breaking free from self-appearance obsession takes time, but each step you take is one toward inner freedom. In the next video, we'll be exploring the role of romance and limerence, how obsessive infatuation with someone can keep you stuck in a cycle of fantasy and escape. Together, we'll look at how to ground yourself in reality and find healthy connections. If this video resonated with you, hit subscribe and let me know below in the comments. What's one step you're taking to break free from appearance-based validation? Let's keep the conversation going. Thank you and take care.